Callout symbols, also called callout bubbles, can be found underneath the View tab. And there's the word callout. Actually, a callout bubble and the callout symbol, sometimes called a callout tag, are actually two individual things. The callout bubble is the circular shape that you draw around your view. The callout tag is that piece of information that says that this bubble is going to be creating a view, and that view can be found on sheet, and then it'll list whatever the sheet is. To make an adjustment to the tag, what you need to do is find that under the project browser, expand out the word families, expand out annotation symbols, and then find your callout head tag. Click on it once to highlight it, right-click, and then go to Edit. From this environment, it gets easy to change because it's the Revit drafting tools which allow you to draw arcs and lines and circles that have created this symbology. A label is a piece of information that can dynamically adjust when it's put onto a sheet. This number 1 is going to be detail number 1 when this callout bubble's detail gets placed onto a sheet. A101, that's going to be the sheet number. And if that detail, that drawing, would get moved from one sheet to another sheet, this information would update on the fly. The reason why it updates on the fly is because it's tied to what's considered a parameter, and that's what a label has inside of it. If we select on the piece of text, the label, and then come up here to Edit Label on the ribbon, we'll see the parameter that's associated with that label. If we wanted to have a different parameter, simply highlight on the parameter, click on the red arrow, and then pick a different one off the list, such as detail number. Then click the big green arrow, and now detail number would show up there instead of the reference label. Now in this case, I really like the way that this one is already set up, so I'm not going to save the changes. But if I did want to save the changes, I would just click on the OK button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. Since I don't want to save the changes, I'm going to click on Cancel. If this was just going to be a static piece of text, some piece of information that never needed the change, I would use a piece of text. So I'd come up to Create and then draw in just using the typical text command and type whatever I wanted it to say. Then once those changes are made, you should always load that back into your project or load this back into your template so that those changes can then be updated. To do that, you come underneath the Modify tab and select on Load in the Project, and then pick the project that you'd want to load this into. In this case, my template is called default.rte, so that's going to be the one I'm going to select on, and it's now loaded that back into the project. Now, the other half of that callout symbol is not the callout tag, but the callout bubble. To make modifications to the callout bubble, you need to come underneath the Manage tab, Additional Settings, and then find callout tags on the list. When you do, you'll see there's an option here for the callout head. That's the family that you just made that modification to. If you wanted to choose a different callout head, you could. You just come in here and then select a different family off of the list. The other option for the bubble is the corner radius, and in this case it says 1/8 of an inch. You can stay in this dialog box. I'm just going to illustrate the point. I'm going to move in here to View. I'm going to select on Callout, and I'm going to draw a callout. That radius is this arc that shows up there. If I want to make a modification of that, I'll come right back into this, callout tags, and now I change this to be a different radius. And ideally, you should really probably duplicate this and give it a different name so that it doesn't say callout head with 1/8 inch corner radius. It should say callout head with 1/4 inch corner radius instead. From this point, I'm going to click on OK. And now this is going to be a bigger radius. I'm just going to click on the Undo button. See how it did change in size? I'll select on the Redo button so you can see that one more time. And now, once again, I'm going to undo it because I like the way that it was before. So to make changes to the callout bubble, you come underneath the Manage tab, Additional Settings, and Callout Tags. To change to the tag itself and the way that it looks and the information that it displays, you need to move underneath the words Families and Annotation Symbols, find that family, right-click on it, and then go to Edit, and then use your typical drafting tools to make modifications.